Hello everybody, I'm Liz.
And I'm Colton.
This is my husband, and every year for my birthday I bring him to my booktube channel in order to the book cover challenge. That is basically where I show him a book cover and then he has to guess what it is. He's not a reader, so he doesn't really know what these books are about or their synopsis or anything. And I know I've talked about a majority of these books with him, but he just doesn't remember. So we will get started with the one I showed you right now, which is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard.
It's about the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland, and she gets her head chopped off.
No.
Okay.
The Red Queen is it's about a society where people are separated between what type of blood they have. There's those with red blood. Yeah, now you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the red bloods are humans, they have no powers, and then the silver bloods have powers where they can manipulate water, fire, basically a whole slew of elements, and these silver bloods have all the class and honor of society, and they're the ruling class. So it turns out that Mare, our main character, actually has powers even though she's a red blood, which basically is not great in the whole scheme of the hierarchy here, and so they parade her as a silver blood, which obviously it's very easy and simple to tell that she's actually not a silver blood. Next up is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Don't be messing my book covers.
I was seeing if it was like how it was, because The Hate You Give is like outdented a little. See? And so I was just checking it out.
Okay.
I really shouldn't have picked this one because it's going to make me sound racist.
Well, you picked it, so now sound racist. And then let me judge you, and all of my viewers judge you.
It looks like it reminds me of the show on Netflix that we haven't seen yet about black people in college.
Oh, like, what is it called? Like, Dear White People?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah. It seems very that-ish, where she's talking about, like, white privilege and how her school, because I definitely bet you she's going to either high school or the first year or two of college, and just talking about that and trying to get over racism at a majority white school.
Kind of. It is actually about white privilege. It is more about the Black Lives Matter movement with cops.
Yeah, okay.
So, basically our main character, I forget her name because I haven't read this yet, shame on me, Star. So our main character is Star, witnesses her best friend Khalil's death. She was shot because they were in the bad place, or they were at the wrong place at the wrong time. So there was basically this, there was this drive-by gang thing, and they were there on scene, and a cop mistook her friend for part of the gang and shot her. So that's kind of what it's going on, is like racial injustices with cops. Not quite school, but cops. I mean, there's probably a school element in it. You're right, she's a high schooler. So, yeah. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas.
Come here, baby. I know you hate being held.
Claws.
Oh, you bitch.
Anyway, okay, so the next...
Baby, I love you.
Are you ready? Baby!
Are you ready?
We love you.
Are you ready? I can do that too.
So the next book is The Diviners by Libba Bray.
Because I remember this being like copish. From like the 1920s, 30s era. It's in LA. 1920s era-ish. And they use divinity to catch people.
Okay, so It's New York, not LA. I think the bridge throws him off because he only thinks of the San Francisco Bridge.
And then I think of Brooklyn after.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's set in the 1920s, and the main character, Evie O'Neill, has divinity.
That's some good candy right there.
She is able to read she gets premonitions when she touches other people's objects. So, like, she can look into their past.
Psychic.
Yeah. She's a psychic. Anyway, so there's a string of murders in New York that her uncle is called to kind of help them with because he runs the Museum of the Occult, and the murders have this occult vibe to them. She inserts herself into the investigation to try to help solve the murders. The next book up is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. There's a picture on the back with no synopsis, so you can look at that.
Okay. Dimple is a girl. Rishi is her her parental spouse thingy. What's it called? Arranged marriage guy. And she clearly doesn't like him. Because he's probably self-centered and kind of an ass. And then at the end, they fall in love.
So you're pretty much spot on. When Dimple Met Rishi is about an arranged marriage. Dimple and Rishi end up going to the same summer camp. And Rishi knows about their betrothal, but it's basically kind of a secret. And he decides to woo her. Yeah.
Yay!
Is Autobiography by Christina Lauren.
So, this is about one kid being brought up in a religious household, the other one not, and them finding each other and finding love. And we're reading kind of his journal. Or we're talking about a guy who writes in his journal. And I am wrong.
So, it is about a boy that moves to Utah from California who's bisexual.
Wow.
And basically he has to decide whether to... So he moves to Provo.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yep, moves to Provo. And we're from Utah, so we all know all about Provo. So he feels like he's back in the closet because he was all out in California, and now he has to basically put himself back out of the closet. Bisexuality.
Okay.
But he has to deal with, like LDS issues because he's moving to a predominant LDS town. The last book we have is A Land of Permanent Goodbyes by Atia Abawi.
I'm gonna guess something about the Middle East.
What prompted that answer?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, yeah, now you have to talk about it.
Racism. No, I don't know, that's really the only...
Racism!
Racism. It's really the only place you really think of having that many bullets. So Middle East. Story about the guy and his daughter escaping.
It is about the Syrian conflict. It's about a family, so the main character... Well, I mean, it is about a guy and his family, so yes, but it's more than that. So, yeah, so it starts off when the bombings start in Syria, and then basically them fleeing as refugees from Syria to Greece.
Okay.
It talks a lot about that Syrian conflict and, like, how scary it was there. And even the trek from Syria to Turkey to Greece was really awful. And it's narrated by Destiny.
The daughter?
No, like the Destiny.
Okay.
And there you have it.
So weird.
It sounds awesome, and I'm excited to read it, you bastard.
Suck about it.
Okay, so there we have it. He got this one
Half right.
pretty good. It was more than half.
Just a tip.
I love you. This one he got kind of right. This one he hit pretty much on the nose.
Boop.
You missed.
Just a tip. You're horrible.
This one, he kind of got it, except
Half
he
point.
forgot that it's in New York. And for the lack of description on this cover, he did pretty well. Because, I mean, the main theory he got. So, yay!
Yay!
Oh, shoot. And this one was just laughable. He was dead wrong. Like, not one single thing right. So, yay!
There's a woman. I got that right.
Oh my god.
I got that right!
Anyway.
Crazy.
Oh, I missed you! Let me kiss you!
Oh my god. You pushed me. Oh my god. Now I have makeup, probably.
No. You're good. So that's our video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching our mayhem and craziness. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more ridiculous videos with this guy, please let me know in the comments down below. We'll find something to film. If you have any suggestions of what other types of book cover synopsises you want this guy to guess, please also let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more of my weirdness. And until next time.